Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about a new character introduced in Fallout Season 2 who has a lot more going on than I think we all believe. And that person is Congresswoman Diane Welch. And before we start today's video, I really want to thank you guys so much. Last night during our live stream, we hit 1,000 subscribers, where we celebrated by blowing Easy Pete's head off in Fallout New Vegas. And already today, as of right now, we're at 1,093 subscribers. In the past 2 days, we have almost gone up 300 subscribers total. Thank you all so much. Truly, I don't have words. I wanted to be a YouTuber ever since I was a little boy, and my dreams are starting to come true, and I found a new passion making these videos for you guys. So thank you all so much, and let's get into the video. So we are first shown Diane Welch in Cooper and Charlie's Anchorage Memorial meeting, where she states that she's the only non-corporate backed congresswoman in the United States, which that's a little bit sus, if you ask me. If we know anything, or if you know anything about the Fallout franchise, and especially how America and its government acted, you know that there should be no reason she's there. How is she not backed by anyone when every single other congresswoman and man are backed by companies, and some even the Enclave? So, what's her angle? Is she really as good as she says she is? And then later on in this season, Cooper sees her protesting outside the Lucky 38 against this meeting of all these minds and what's going to happen with the deal at Cold Fusion. And she gets thrown in jail. Cooper helps her. And once Cooper gets a hold of Cold Fusion, he reaches out to her, where they meet in the Atomic Wrangler pre-war. And she says that she can help Cooper get Cold Fusion to the president, the one person who would use it for good. Now, if you know anything about the Fallout franchise, the President of the United States pre-war, right before the bombs dropped, formed the Enclave. He was the leader of the Enclave, meaning she's giving it back to the Enclave. Now, is she naive enough to believe this? I don't think so. If she knows what's going on at Vault Tech and the meetings at play, do you really think she's that dumb to give Cold Fusion to the president, the best man in America? And Cooper's judgment here is horrible, by the way. Don't trust a woman that can't fake it for the crowd, my brother. What's going on here? And she sets up a meeting between him and the president. Now, maybe if this was another congressman or really anyone else with power or backing, this would be possible, but how is Diane Welch getting a meeting with the president? It does not add up to me. And even the way she looks at Cooper in the car just doesn't seem sincere. There's something more going on, and that gets me to the bulk of today's video, which is Diane Welch a part of the Enclave, or aligned with the Enclave, or controlled by the Enclave? Or is she clueless to what's going on behind the scenes? So let's talk about it, especially with where we see her in these final especially with the way that we see her in the end of episode 7. So speaking of the end of episode 7, we see that she is the mainframe that runs all the chips, makes everyone happy and think good thoughts, but also hold traditional American values. Is she the perfect Enclave mind? The perfect specimen to reprogram people? Is the way she thinks what the Enclave aligns with? Well, this is something I sort of believe, but there's also another big picture, and is that how long has she been there? Did Hank cut off her head and put her in this? Did Hank know about her ties with the Enclave pre-war? There is so much, and I haven't seen anyone talking about it. And is she a version of Mother? Is she a copy of Mother, which the Vault Tech has? Which, if you guys know, Amazon does little shorts, kind of like ad type things. And in season 1, they showed the building that we kind of see, this fortress, but it seems a little different. Maybe the place where Barb is, actually. But it says that there's something called Mother that runs it and looks over all the other vaults. Now, I don't think she's doing that. but I have a feeling that Hank took inspiration from the mother ideal and made her the mainframe of the personality chips. Now she reroutes programs and sets the personalities for these people, it seems, or that's what Hank has said so far. So, if we're believing that, if she's making these people docile, subservient, and pretty much slaves, wouldn't you think the reason he picked her is because of her pro Enclave ideology, potentially? But this gets us in a huge web because it's either she's naive enough as Cooper to think the president could do something good with this technology, yet she knows the horrors that Vault-Tec is doing and is planning, and as well as other people, and doesn't seem the bit slightest concerned at all when Cooper drops what not only Mr. House is going to do, but what Vault-Tec is going to do. I think she knows everything. And I think she was purposely put in these places to slowly but surely manipulate Cooper and to end up giving cold fusion to the Enclave, but it doesn't make sense. I don't know if the Enclave has that much foresight. This seems like something Mr. House would do. So that brings me to the other part of this theory is, did Mr. House set all this in motion? Did he know this was going to happen? Especially with the preview for episode 8. In the end, Mr. Howard, everyone ends up working for me. That's a big line. And could that mean far more than what we think it means? Could Hank believe that he's working for the Enclave and it was really Mr. House? Is Mr. House with the Enclave? That'd be horrible, and I hope that's not true. So, hoping that's not a thing, because I don't know. Even though I don't know. I just want to know what's going on here. She's a character that we haven't got much of, and I've always, since the minute we saw her, if you go back to that breakdown episode, I am suspect of her so hard, especially if you come out the gate saying, I'm the only non-corporate backed congresswoman in Congress, and I don't really care, my vibe is really weird and off, but I want to save the world, and if we give it to the president, by tomorrow the world will have unlimited energy. That's just BS. She seems almost as controlled as Barb is by the Enclave. So, what's going on here? Let me know what you guys think down below, because there could be so much. I've been trying to wrap my head around this. Diane Welch went from boring, funny, kind of nonchalant side character in the background to now potentially working with the Enclave and the reason that they got cold fusion back. So let me know what you guys think down below. Sorry for the shorter video today, and I'm going to be live later tonight, probably 12:30 a.m. Midnight, 30 minutes past midnight tonight. About, I'd say, 7 hours from now, 7.5 hours from now, I'll be live. So join me there. And if you'd like to talk to other Fallout-minded people, consider joining the Discord. It's in my description and in the post tab. And thank you all so much again for 1,000 subscribers. I don't even have words. I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't even really feel real to me, but thank you guys so much. And with all of that being said, you don't forget. You are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.